Hello students, today I have chosen the topic is the Indian business environment. So in this theme or in this chapter, I want to focus on the scenario of the 1991 when the LPG policy has introduced by the government of India, when the finance minister was Manmohan Singh. The few points which has announced by the government of India in 1991 under the LPG liberalization, privatization and globalization. Under this LPG policy, government of India announced few reforms. First is the economic liberalization, globalization, privatization, avoidance of the industrial license policy, removing the restrictions over the size of the firms, disinvestment policy, introducing the disinvestment policy or the introduction of the private sector, and relief in the excise duty, custom duty, personal income tax and the corporation tax. During this period, Indian economy has risen very fast. Growth constraint and the problem of the Indian business environment. In this lecture, we will focus on few points. Growth constraint. The first is the growth constraint is the high physical deficit. Then the lack of the infrastructure facilities. We are not much better in the manner of the infrastructure facilities. Then import, tariff and complexity of the tax system. Then restriction on FDI in some sectors. The present government, no doubt the present government has given the liberty in FDI, but need some more liberty in the liberty for the foreign direct investment. Then excessive regulations increases the cost of doing business. It is a very important or the important constant factor. यदि लागत बहुत ज़्यादा आएगी व्यवसाय करने की या व्यवसाय को लगाने की, तो छोटा व्यापारी व्यवसाय को आसानी से नहीं चला पाएगा. So excessive regulations should be less by the government. रेगुलेशंस होने चाहिए पर रेगुलेशंस एक्सेसिव ना हो, अननेसेसरी ना हो, जिससे बिजनेस की सोच को, अपने कंसेप्ट को इम्प्लीमेंट करने में एंटरप्रेन्योर रिस्क को ज़्यादा महसूस करे. Then the next is the reform process slow under the our economy. The process should be rapid, or reforms process then the next is the red tapeism and the bureaucracy. In India, this one is the biggest constant factor. लाल फीता शाही और अफसर शाही हमारे यहाँ बहुत है. So need to remove this factor. Then the very longer or the linger system of the our judiciary system. Cases किसी भी तरह के हों, इंडिया में जो जुडिशरी सिस्टम है वो बहुत लिंगर ऑन करके कामों को करता है. सो नीड टू इम्प्रूव द functioning process or the functioning system of the judiciary in India. Now we come to the points which are the suggestions or the recommendations which may provide strength to business environment in India. It may improve our environment for the business. First is the simplifying procedure and relaxing entry barriers for business activities like promotion of foreign direct investment. Then government had reduced its control on foreign trade and investment in some areas and has indicated more liberalization in civil aviation. So it should continue. The sector is the civil aviation, telecom, banking and insurance sector. The retail investor participation in the stock market is still missing, and the manipulation may be on the way, towards which the regulatory agencies have a very special role to play. Agriculture growth rate has been missing from the economy, thus affecting the overall GDP growth rate. The reason identify is the lack of diversification in agriculture. Boosting agriculture growth through diversification and development of agro processing is the next target. So if we follow the recommendations or the suggestions, it may be helpful in improving the environment factor for the business in India.